So in F-02 I'm posting. SCA document, right? Company code. Okay, DRLB. Now here what I'm doing, I'm posting in US dollars, right? USD. USD, what is the rate? Here there are two things. Now let me update the rate in foreign exchange rate tables. So first I can update the foreign exchange. Right, go here. So where we can, so when I'm posting my company code currency is INR and I'm posting in US dollar. So in such case, I need to tell to the system what is the exchange rate. Go to SAP NetWeaver, general settings, currencies, right, enter exchange rates. The T code is OB08. Additional information, play IMG activity. Right, OB08 is the T code. Enter exchange rates. Right. Now here I need to see new entries. Here exchange rate type. There are different types of exchange rates. One is average exchange rate, bank rate, market rate. So many things are there. Right. Let me take one, say average rate I'll take. There's a standard one. Generally we take average. Standard translation at average rate means, for example, say here I'm taking one average rate. Maybe that may be the day average or week average or month average, whatever it may be. At the same time, day to day I can change. So both will see, both the situations will check. Let me tell you first of all, standard translation at average rate. This is M. We have P, standard translation for cost planning. And we have G, standard translation at bank buying rate. B, standard translation at bank selling rate. So these are the things we use in case of foreign currency valuation. But now we are not going for the valuation. Valuation we'll discuss in miscellaneous topics. Instead, we are going to post only accounting entry in foreign currency. Now I'm taking M. M means average translation rate. Valid from, say what is today, 3rd September. I'm taking from 3rd September. So 03/09/2013. From USD, right? Say the direct quote is, let us take 66 rupees converted into INR, right? INR. This is one. All right. Next, I'm taking again M. Same 03 GBP, Great Britain Pound. GBP is equal to, let us say, yeah, let me take 99 rupees. Exact reverse, 66.99, right, into INR. So no exchange rate conversion factors could be found. Okay, maintain, yes, maintain. So from 39 onwards, ratio 1:1, yeah. Right. These two we have done, right? Come back. Now I want to post US dollar. Here I am not mentioning, right? Say for example, I'm posting one accounting entry. Let me take wages, bonus, office, telephone, office maintenance. Say some printing and stationery we are buying from. Imagine that from foreign stationery, right? We are paying in US dollar, right? Currency US dollar. Press enter. Then system will show you amount in USD, amount in local currency. Say for example, I'm posting 100. Test for foreign currency. Just enter. See here, what is the rate it will take? See 66 we have given. So system, whatever the table rate that we have given, system is taking that rate. 66, right?
Can we give multiple rates like buying rate, selling rate, and average rate?
Yeah, that is only for valuation we'll do. I'll show you. Right here, I'm taking my bank account 50, 200, 405, same 100. See 100, 100. Okay, let me save it. Right, document number 23 was posted. Let me check display. Document a display. It will take us to T code FB03. Immediately you can look into that. Right, see 100 US dollar. But as per the company code currency, it should be in INR. I want to see in INR also. Click on display document currency here. Right, click on this, so it will show you 6,600. Again you can click here, right? It will be and general ledger, right? Of course there will not be change in here. And one more entry I'm posting now. I'm going to post again USD, but here I'm telling to the system, right? My finance department told me, right, today we have purchased dollar at the rate of 67 rupees, right? So that's why now my table rate is showing 66. Now I want to take 67. I can take 67. If I'm going to take 67 here, whatever the rate that you are going to take, that will override the table rate. In the table I have given 66, but system will caution us. Let me check. 400, 304. System exchange rate 67 deviates from the table rate of 66 by 1.52%. So with percentage system will give you. So it will take 67. Right? Save it. Similarly, I'll post one more into, once we post one more GBP currency, then we'll go to GL account and we'll see. Say I want to take now Great Britain pound. GBP already we have given at 99 rupees. See 99. System picks up exact the rate whatever we have updated in the table. Now let me check GL account. Right, GL account. So financial accounting, general ledger account, FS 10N, right, 400 304. Printing and stationery, right, it is showing company code currency. See, double click. Right, so 6,600 previously, then second entry 67, then 9,900. Right, but I want to see because why system is showing in general ledger the company code currency, because we have already chosen while creating the company code, right, company code currency we have chosen as INR. So that's why all books of accounts will be maintained in INR only. Now I want to see in USD in this account. Can I see that? Yes, obviously you can see that. Come back, click on display currency. Then system will ask you, okay, which currency you want to see, right? I want to see GBP or USD. Double click on this. See, 200 we have posted. Double click on this. Right, in GBP, sorry, in USD you can see. Right, and I want to see both in INR as well as USD. I want to see. Say I don't want text at all, right? I can remove it. So what you do, you can change layout. Just click on that, right? And if you observe this one, click on this one, change layout. Then this is text part. So first of all, one is posting date, company code, validation, valid amount in local currency. Select this, push towards this side, and text, I don't want this, push towards this side, right? Copy. Now see, it is showing INR. This is USD. Here this is 66, this is 67. Right? So similarly, I want to see in GBP. Select GBP. Then only 100. Right? GBP. And if you want to see this, I don't want text. Push toward this side and take amount in local currency. What is local currency? That also I can push. Let me check. Right? I can see INR. So 100 GBP, 9,900 the INR. So like this you can post accounting entries in foreign currency and you can see in both the currencies. One is local currency and other currencies. You take all currencies, take Indian currency, all currencies. Put together it will show you, that's all. Right? So like this we can, number one, update the foreign currency in the tables. Whatever the rate that you give, the prevailing rate, it will change. So sometimes what we do, here enter exchange rate, right? In this, the rate will be connected to the on-site, certain websites are there, and we'll be connecting to that site, so that what happens, whatever the rate that is going to be prevailing, that will be displayed here. System picks up that rate. So that facility also we have, that is dynamic rates. You'll get it, exact the dynamic rates. That depends upon the requirement. Whatever the rate that you want, that will do that.
How do we do that?
Huh?
How do we link that to online?
Yeah, that is technical. And ABAP consultants, what is the fields? This field will be connected to the website, and we have to buy that service. certain specific sites are there, and for them we need to have a contact, and we have to buy that, and then technically by using yeah uh, technical linkups we'll do that. ABAP consultants will do that,
Okay. Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So that can be done like that for foreign currency posting. And so foreign currency valuation is there. Valuation, it requires ER/AP knowledge. Just once we complete ER/AP, then we'll see foreign currency valuation. That is a bit complicated. That we'll see later. That we need to understand the scenarios, and we have to see all those things. So next is blocking or unblocking of a GL. Have you seen blocking, unblocking already? Do anybody remember that?
No.
No, not yet complete.
No, we have not seen it.
Okay. Say for example, my say equity share capital account is there, and yeah, say equity share capital account is there. I don't want anybody to post even by mistake to that account, right? So for that purpose, what I will do, I'll be blocking that GL account. So equity share capital account, say FS00. Equity share capital, go to GL account, block. Here blocking, block in the chart of accounts, block in company code. So this means I can block a GL account at company code level, or I can block a GL account at chart of accounts level. If I have more than one company code, and if I want to block a particular GL account in all company codes, I'll be blocking at higher level, at chart of accounts level. That is, here if you block, then no company code can use that particular GL account. Rather, if you want only this company code, right, and you can block here, block for posting, block for creation, block for posting, block for planning. So for all those things we can block it. So let me check how this is going to work.
If we want to block for only one, if you want to block for only one company code, how?
Yeah, this is what I have done now. See, only one company code, blocked for posting, block in company code. Only this company code is blocked.
Okay, right. Got it.
Try to post accounting entry to this. Account DR will be blocked for posting. Right, don't think that anyway. See, FS00 is in easy access only. I'll go to easy access and FS00 and I'll change it. But transaction codes cannot be accessed by anybody. Nobody can access the transaction code unless authorization is given specifically. So for that, what we do, we give authorization matrix to the basis consultant. Remove this. See, now it is opening. So like this, we can block a particular GL account. So this is definitely used by every company, almost for every company. What we do, we'll be blocking certain particular GL accounts, especially equity share capitals. And say all these accounts are used only periodically. It means once in a blue moon we use it. So that's why at the time of using, only that account is opened, and again entries anything is to be posted, we'll post it, and again we'll block it. always in the blocked mode, and only that concerned finance manager or whoever may be the process owner will train him, and only he will open it and he'll be posting entry, again he'll block it. So that what happens now, even by mistake no one can post accounting entry to these GL accounts. So practically it is used by every company, right? So this is called blocking. So like that, so we have seen posting of entries in general ledger, posting of entries with multiple line items, document display change, display of accounts, parking, holding, right, reference documents, fast data entry, posting of entries in foreign currency, updating, sorry, this is updating of foreign exchange, and blocking of a GL account, unblocking of a GL account, creation of MasterCard, posting of incoming entries. Posting of incoming entries we'll see in the AR. See, even here also you can do it. Say for example, you are going to get the interest or any income account. So that income account is created, and bank account should be debited. Debit what comes in, right? Bank account is debited, that income account can be created. There is only receipt entry, but practically if you are receiving money means from other person, if you are receiving it, then that will be seen in accounts receivable, right? Any doubts in general ledger accounting? In your practice, do you find anything? Anusha, you have any doubts?
No, I'm good.
Okay, what Mr. Prasad? Have you started practice?
Yes, yes. Yes,
Yeah.
I started practicing.
Yeah. I can
It's fine.
understand, but
It's
for you,
fine, going.
accounting knowledge is a bit constrained, and if you work hard on that part, yeah, definitely you can go through. Manoj?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fine with me also.
Okay. And Sai?
So is there any shortcut to remember these T codes?
Short. There is no shortcut, only long cut. That is only you have to practice in front of the system. Automatically by you can remember that. Or otherwise, do one thing: write down all these things, paste it on your in front of your table. Daily look at that for 10 minutes, and within 1 week you can do all those things. Just like see in my CA inter when I was writing my exams, I used to write all the mathematic formulas, integration, differentiation, everything. I used to write it on a paper and used to paste it in front of the table. So whenever time permits, just look at those things, try to remember. So I think same technique you also can use it.
Yeah.
Right. See, it is not that we need to by heart the transaction codes, and interviewer also will not ask you, tell me what is that transaction code, this transaction code, like that. But while asking you the questions, he may say, hey, in transaction code AW01N, right, what are the components you see? How many tabs you have? What is the importance of those things he'll ask. So if you don't know what is that AW01N, right, so we cannot answer that. Then you have to ask him, may know please what is that transaction code. So you have to question the interviewer itself. So that problem you have to avoid means better to, and not only that, when you speak with reference to the transaction codes, it shows that your proficiency, and he'll think that okay, you are in touch with the subject completely and you are proficient with the T codes. Right? So only that is the thing.
Yeah.
Okay. So with this GL account we are closing. And okay, last one is MIS is there. Let me show you that. MIS in GL account we don't have much, but the thing is profit and loss account and balance sheet, cash flow statements, all those things we'll see once we post GL, ER, APS accounting, all those things. Now since we have whatever the data that is posted is very less. In spite of that, let me go through. Right, balance sheet and P&L account we'll see here, but now no question of looking at that, because unless you post all the entries you cannot get that. Anyhow, account balances, line items, document, master data. See account balances, general, GL balances, general ledger account balances, all GL accounts, general ledger account balances I would like to see, right? And here this is the transaction code. Don't try to remember this, right? It is only the report number that is, right? GL account balances, chart of accounts, DRCA and company code, DRLB. And if you give GL account, only those GL accounts are visible. If you don't give any GL account, system picks up the balances of all the GL account. 2013, right? Posting periods from 1 to 16 it is showing. Okay, execute. See, this is only just like a trial balance. It is showing. It shows you the balances. All accounts, the balances. What the debit balance, what the credit balance. So these are the account balances, debit balance and credit balance. Right, accumulated balance, the total, this minus this.
Why the period is given up to 16?
Yeah, it takes all the period, 12 plus 4 to 16.
Yeah, whenever
Yeah.
we take a trial balance, we take only for 12 months, right?
You can take that. See, 12 months, why it is given is, even in the special periods, he'll be posting any accounting entries. So that's why.
But the value date of the entries will be on this period. No?
Posting
Within
date
12.
is going to be, no, what it will do is, see, if it is a posting date is taken, then posting date up to 31st March only it will take. Posting date, documented date. Both the dates are there. See here,
Okay, so we cannot give a criteria for document date.
here we can give. See here, if you want, you can take only up to here. See, even in a GL account also, you can see all 16 periods. You remember? See, in FS10N.
So what I'm saying is, if I take that 1 to 12 as a posting period, then if I have posted after 1 month or 2 months, that will not be shown. What if I take the document date as that 12 days? So the entire entries will be covered, no?
I didn't get you.
If you said there are 2 dates, one is posting date and one is the document date. For example, if I am posting an entry on 31st of May, value date 31st March, then posting date is 31st May and the document date is 31st March.
Yeah, yes.
If I take from 1 to 16, if I have posted for the next accounting year also in 31st May, it will also take in account, no?
This doubt I have already clarified when we are discussing the beginning. That's why here, why I am showing you 2 accounting periods, 2012, that is 2012-13, this will be completed 31st March. And here, the special periods are up to July 16th. Right. But if you are going to post accounting entry in the month of April, you'll take 13th period. Here you are going to take first period. Here you are going to take 14th period. Here you are going to take second period. So if you take second period, it will take, so both will be kept open, but periods are different.
Yes, I understood.
Right?
Yeah. But with the document date also we can display the account balances.
Yes.
How do we do that?
Hmm?
How do we do that with the document date?
See here, document date, posting date, both you can, when you are posting in the special period, right, system takes only in this current year, whether you take document date, posting date, both can be taken in the May, April, May, June, up to July you can take. But after July you cannot take, after July you have to take only 31st July.
Okay.
But right, it will be fiscal year is going to be 31st March. Though you are posting in the month of May, June, July, right? But the fiscal year is going to be up to 31st March.
Okay. Now, what I'm asking is, how do we display the ledger balances on the basis of the document date?
Not document date. Here, system takes only posting date. Here, I don't think we have any option. Layout, configure. Yeah, I don't think account currency, account balance, periods are there. That's all. Dates are not given here.
Okay.
System by default it will take.
Okay.
Next of the two, it will not work. Of course. Totals and balances. Chart of accounts, DRCA, company code DRLB. Reporting year 2009, subtotal level. So it is showing only subtotals. Axis Bank account this is. In Axis Bank, what are the payments that we have shown along with the ledgers it is showing. Right, just you can download, not download, rather you can right, execute and see the all balances, analyze it. Like this, every account it will show you. Only 1 minute. GL balances. From 1 to 9. Reporting period September it is showing. Now current month. So you can take 1. One minute. Let me take structured account balances. And what are the reports that are available? They are only standard. If you want to make any changes, we can make with the help of the ABAP consultant. And at the same time, and we can get the new reports done from, okay, structured account balances means financial statement version. This we do not have. Anyway, let me check. Right. So we have to get the new reports developed by ABAP consultant. But ABAP consultant, they doesn't know our financial accounting entries, etc. So that's why what we need to do is FI consultant has to sit with ABAP consultants from which tables we have to draw the information, because we are going to see the total SAP data is going to be stored in the tables.
I heard there are around 70,000 tables in ABAP.
Yeah, 60,000 tables.
How will we identify that? Which one we need?
See here, to identify the table, there's a T code called SE11. Go to SE11. Certain table names are there. Say for example, BSEC, financial accounting tables. We cannot change. Click on display. Right. See, because where the data is going to be stored, all these are called accounting data BSEC table. And in ABAP consultants will know only from, say, accounting document segment.
Okay.
Right, BKPF, another table.
So from the system where we get the this group of tables name.
Here I'll send you one BSEC. BSEC is the important table from our point of view. There is a one document is there, table classification, etc. I'll share with all of you. You can go through that. Now I want to see all these tables contain the fields, field names, right?
Okay.
So ABAP consultant, if you say company code, he'll ask me immediately, boss, what is the table, what is the field name? So field name is going to be, see, company code, Bookers, BUKRS. Similarly, see, Bellner, accounting document number. Right, these are the standard names. Click on this. I'll show you the actual tables. Right, Bookers means company code. So my company code is, our company code DRLB. If you don't give the company code, system will show you information of all the tables, but that is not required for us. See DRLB. DRLB, Bellner means document number. This is debit, credit, 2 line items. So this is 888. And here you can see the year. All these are all technical names written on the top. MANDD, right? So 800 is a client number.
Sounds like a Dutch language.
See, all these things are, see the amounts, etc. If you want to see this, double click on this. Right, these are the fields. Every data is going to be stored in these fields. Right? So one record is generated means system immediately create this structure. Completely the structure is going to be created. And so many fields, what are the fields that you enter the information, that is stored. Otherwise, whether you enter it or not, space gets wasted here. Right? So by default, the structure creates like this. Right? So if you ask the ABAP consultant to prepare one particular information, he'll ask you from which fields you have to pull. So you have to tell him what is the this technical name. Then what he will do? He will pull the information from this table and he'll prepare another report. Right? So like this you can, just 1 minute, I'll be back. So like this, you can drill down the reports, line items, general ledger line items, GL statements. See, general ledger list for printing. DRCA, DRLB, today's date, all GL accounts you can see like this. See, Axis Bank account. Axis Bank head office. Business area wise it is giving. See, office rent. And if you want to download into system, you can do that. Send it to export local file. Don't take to spreadsheet, it will not give you correct this one. And here even spreadsheet, it will not give you correct alignment. Will be, you have to again realign if you take to the download it to the spreadsheet. Instead, if you can take HTML format, which will be the best. Take onto the desktop. All right, say GL. Desktop GL, generate. Alright, it will create one HTML file like this. See, move fast, and you can copy, paste, print, right, and take a what you call, email it, everything, whatever you want, you can do it. Like this, we can download even all these things, right? So with this, our general ledger accounting is complete, right? So what your next topic is going to be accounts receivable, right? In fact, for me today some relatives have come, just they are waiting, and so today I'll stop here. Okay, so we'll continue tomorrow with accounts receivable, right? By then you complete the general ledger accounting part completely, and if any doubts are there, we'll see tomorrow. Okay,
Yeah. Good night.
right? Then have a good day and good night. Take care then. Bye. Okay then, bye.